As the party rests in the old mill, or as Orsinius in his tent that he finally manages to get up, about an hour into first watch, Aelith, you pick up some, you start to hear some movement, unskilled movement through the surrounding woods.
Like, what direction?
To your, that would be to your, the direction you came, which is, north. Which in your situation would be to your left.
Off to the left, okay. The direction of Orsinius's massive, unnecessary tent. All right, well, I'll kind of creep around and just watch for now.
Okay, make a stealth.
24.
All right. So as you creep around, you can hear several individuals, up to maybe a half dozen, moving through the woods. And strangely enough, you hear the sounds of kind of a hushed argument, but you can't really. It sounds like an argument, but you can't really make out the words from the distance.
Okay. But they're definitely coming this direction.
Yes.
Like
they seem to have stopped.
Through the woods.
They seem to have stopped, and the argument kind of broke out.
Okay. Are they coming like down the road or through the woods?
Through the woods.
Okay.
If they're coming down the road, you probably wouldn't hear them. They're stepping on twigs and this and that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I guess I'll run inside and start waking people up.
Okay.
I will start with Blackdoor's closest, I guess. So. Blackdoor, there are people coming.
Okay, and I just pick up Karen. I'm like, we got work to do.
So, I mean, don't get too excited.
Okay.
Just wanted you to be aware.
All right.
And then I'll
Start getting your armor on and
that
everything?
process.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm getting armored up.
And that's not quiet at all. So.
Oh, dip. Okay.
I mean, like we've got. I assume we had like a campfire and whatever. Like we're not.
Yeah.
We're not trying to hide our presence
True.
here anyway. So, all right. So then I'll go over to Aoife, and someone's coming. Be ready. Wake Jin.
Jin. There are people coming.
Oh.
Get ready.
Anybody go get tent boy?
As funny as it would be to not.
It would be very funny.
We should go wake him.
All right.
I'll handle it. You finish with your armor.
Okay.
So then I'll go to Orsinius's tent.
The argument that was going on before, it seems to have gotten a little louder.
Like closer or just more heated?
More heated.
Okay.
Can we all hear this now?
No, only, yeah. You're inside. He hears it when he's outside.
I see.
With his elf ears.
With my elf ears. All right, yeah, so I'll kind of poke my head in Orsinius's tent. Orsinius. Orsinius, wake up.
What is it?
Someone is coming. Be ready. Nice tent.
Thank you.
It's really roomy.
So then, yeah, I'll go back.
And you can actually start making out slightly with, I'm telling you, they said 3 owlbears. This is not a good idea.
Oh, I hate that idiot.
So, all right, is there like a kind of a tree nearby that I can sort of hop up onto a low branch? I mean, not
As you can
obviously
see,
not
the
literally
trees around
hop,
here
but-
are, there's only a few that could hold your weight, and none of them seem to be on that side. They're on
right.
the other side.
Wait, I want to come outside too.
So
and be
those
listening.
trees are an accurate representation.
Yes.
Not symbolic trees. They're-
Correct.
Can I?
Okay.
Not
do
just
I-
the idea of a tree.
Do I hear this too?
No, you do not from the
Could I
inside.
come? Could I come outside though, so I can hear?
You make a perception check, because your passive perception is nowhere near as good.
I'm coming outside of the building though. I want to come to the front door and look around because he went back out, right? So, 22. Wait, do I add my?
No,
Sorry,
just
DM
this.
moment.
Right here.
Oh,
+1.
12.
12. Black Dwarf was making way too much racket with his armor.
It takes a lot of work to look this good.
What's Aleph doing right now?
I'm just watching, listening.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and about a minute passes. You manage to get most of your armor on. This is just kind of scale and whatnot. And everybody kind of place yourselves where you're awaiting things.
All right, where do you want to be?
Put me next to somebody that is delicate and needs a lot of help.
Ooh, me. And then, but put me right behind, my back against the entrance there, and right behind Black Door.
And remember, there's no light outside, so some of you are very limited in vision. Let's just say two of you. Actually, by some of you, I mean two of you.
I'm by the campfire then, because I can't see.
Campfire is inside.
Oh, campfire's inside.
Yes.
We're lucky we didn't burn
I'm
the old
going
mill
to
down.
quietly ask the group, once you are ready, let me know, and I will illuminate the situation.
Puns, I like it.
So I'm like, look, I assume that's a real window that I'm like.
And then when Blogdor speaks, you just hear, the argument stops.
Oh, they heard us. I mean,
That idiot Turkle.
let's jump him. Let's surprise him. You go up on one side, I'll go up on the other. You shoot an arrow into his shirt, pin him to the ground.
I think we should just wait here.
All right, and the footsteps are getting closer now, and actually at the edges of your vision, you can see if some individuals moving. A facility of stealth, but they're kind of creeping in.
Can we tell how many there are?
Well, we're from.
I got dark vision.
Ah,
yo.
you do have dark vision.
I do
Fine.
too.
Yeah. Well, you also don't have a high passive perception though, so.
He just loves to keep throwing that at us, reminding us.
Well,
You're the one who chose
Need your
to
eyes
not
checked.
die.
I have great eyes. Got a terrible brain.
So,
where are
well.
you? You're over here, right?
Yeah, I'm
Like I said,
watching out the window.
Yeah, this is where you're seeing. That's the reason you're not seeing it, because there's a building between you and them.
Oh, okay.
So. By the way, now is maybe a good time as any. This is Uncle Bernie, and this is the Chalice of Misfortune. Anytime our players roll a natural 1, the dice goes in here and egg is added to his hoard. So we'll see how often that comes up. In a lot of the earlier games, he had quite a full chalice. Otherwise, we were originally going to keep it full from the previous dice, but then we wouldn't have much to roll with. So.
We'd have to buy new dice.
I
all the
wouldn't
time.
have much to roll with.
A couple
So-
of them are in theirs back.
So here's what you see. A couple of them are armed with bows. Others are covered with, have several smattering weapons, a spear here, sword here, axe there. One of them is carrying 2 weapons. And accompanying them to the side is, where'd he go? Is our friend Turkle.
Boo.
All right, so once I see the sort of the composition of the group, I want to. Oh, there's a tree next to him. I want to shoot an arrow into the tree next to them.
And they all just stop.
Stop where you are. No one's done anything yet.
All right, so you've heard his side of the conversation, and obviously there's somewhere out there on that side, but you guys can't see them from where you currently are.
Ooh, I imagine Blockdoor's just like twirling Karen, and he's ready for it. Yeah, I haven't punched anything in a hot minute.
If you guys are moving, go ahead and move yourselves.
Yeah. Arsenius will go ahead and start stepping around the corner.
Ooh, will you please move Blockdoor? I still want to stay close to Ape.
I can't
And I'll
see out
stay.
here
I'll
in the
stay
dark.
right behind.
They're somewhat.
Right behind. Bring me behind.
You can make out their
Like that.
shadows from the light coming through the window, but it's mostly being blocked by. They're very threatening silhouettes out there. or poorly shaped trees. You're not
Okay,
sure.
fair enough.
We're kind of far back, so I have my sling ready.
And as I'm stepping out there, I will touch my shield and say, in the name of Solus, I call forth light!
And everyone who can be is blinded momentarily. It's like a flash goes off and stays on.
That's what the verbal component is for. Close your eyes.
And they all of a sudden did, again, deer in headlights, kid in hand in the cookie jar, and please don't kill me, all rolled into one. And like I said, Turkle himself looks like he's about to faint and just.
Turkle, hey!
Hello, useless baby. I see you've brought friends.
Hey, do they need help peeing too, or like?
I'm good. I tried to tell them. Tried to tell you. It's like, And the leaders, whoever stands, are like, okay, so we made a mistake.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
No, he's the guy at the inn.
Okay, yeah, no.
We do not have time for this right now.
We will just back away and leave.
Wait. Well, why did you come here in the first place? What are your intentions?
They are bandits, intent on robbing and possibly killing us in our sleep.
Well, that's not very nice.
You hear Turkle's like, damn it, Angus. Damn it. He's like, look,
They don't seem too intent on it.
look, I'd say
You're
right
not
now,
trying very hard.
we have us at a slight disadvantage, but we do have the numbers, so let's just say everybody backs away, everybody wins, no one gets hurt.
We'll call it even.
But, like, here's the thing. You're gonna probably ambush the next chucklefucks that come through here.
From the
And
village heading towards the Trufalk.
That's not very sportsmanlike. I don't know, you guys, like, scratching for a puncher? You wanna, like, pop this off? Like,
I want to know if you were lying to us earlier. Were you lying to us earlier, Turkle? Did you want protection or did you want us to be robbed?
He looks at you like,
that hurts.
the situation speaks for itself. I did try to prevent this, though. I did, given your tales of owlbears, and then
So
I
we were
figured out
right
who
not
you were.
to trust you.
Hand over the weapons of the entire group, and you can leave.
I'd say that sounds more than fair.
Otherwise, we will remove them from your cooling corpses.
You know what? You remember those spiders? We could just tie them all up and leave them for the spiders.
That's right, there are lots of fucking spiders in this woods. That's right.
And they all just start looking around like, we haven't seen any.
Oh, you haven't heard about the spider cult?
We did that,
Some of them got away.
But wasn't that up north?
Put down your weapons.
How about we just back away and no one uses their weapons on anybody? I mean, like I said, we have the numbers here, so.
I feel like you were given a very fair offer.
He's still threatening us. We have the numbers?
Increased numbers just means more targets for my friend here. Don't make him run you down. It's unpleasant when you make him run you down.
Roll intimidation.
17.
The half of the two with bows and half of the ones with weapons, and Turkle just like flings a dagger forward, and they're just dropped. And they're like, the leader, who I guess is Angus, just turns and throws one of his swords down. He's like, all right.
Bye, Turk.
He still has a dagger in his hand, but
Jin, go grab all those weapons.
You can save that for the spiders.
Fine.
and they head back off into the woods.
Yay! Ooh, free stuff.
And collect up the weapons.
Anything good in there?
2 short swords, 2 bows, 2 spears, 2 long swords, and 3 daggers.
Anything better than what we have?
No. Actually, they're in pretty bad disrepair.
Let's go burn it in our fire.
How many arrows?
They didn't drop their arrows, they just dropped their
Oh, okay,
weapons.
okay. They could stab us with arrows later, guys.
I think you'll hear them coming.
And what you saw, they all looked like they were pretty young except for the leader and Turkle.
And they're all gone. They ran off.
Yeah, they took off. Yeah.
Dang it. I didn't get to
did
ask Angus anything.
Doot, and sprint.
Let's burn all their weapons.
It is a shame that they felt the need to turn to such behavior, but I suppose understandable, the situation around here being what it is.
I mean, it still sucks. Like,
It
it's a
does.
shitty thing to do.
It does, but we won and now we have their weapons.
All right, yeah.
They probably can't afford to be bandits now.
Very dark turn.
Doing what they had to do. I get it.
And banditry through economics.
Maybe they'll learn from this experience, though, and next time.
They won't be so fucking loud the next time.
Well, as long as they learn something.
All right, so you gathered the weapons. Are you destroying them? Or you
I
gonna
think we
keep-
should destroy them so no one else can come along and pick
The
them up.
bows
Yeah.
are, in your eyes at least, kind of an offense to the name.
Yeah, let's just snap those.
Yes.
And
The swords themselves maybe could be, saved, but at the end of the day, like they would take a lot of work by a professional to make them up to your standards.
We can retain them just in case that they're needed for something else. If nothing else, we can wedge a door with them.
If you feel like carrying them.
we could actually stash them here as like a
Ooh, secret weapon.
little safe house.
But you're pretty
kinda
near your capacity you're
situation.
carrying already, though, aren't you?
I like the idea. Let's bury them.
How heavy is the
Yeah,
portable ram?
let's just stash them, under a floorboard or something.
Okay.
not that
I
heavy.
agree. We
like
should
that.
stash him under a floorboard.
Okay. So, make a quick stash. All right, and hide him there. All right, then. So the rest of the night goes by uneventfully. Surprising, right? And the next day, it's off to the Trufalk.
How dense is this Trufalk? What are we seeing here? When
Well,
we walk up to the edge of the
When
forest,
you get
what
there,
are we
the
seeing?
road narrows not because by design, but nature has overgrown. So it goes from 20 feet to about 10 feet, and then it's rough. And you'll see where trees have fallen across. Things have sprung from the trees. This is a road that hasn't seen decent repair in generations. So you're actually starting to see saplings growing up in some of the areas in the road. It's a road in name only, essentially, at this point. It's enough to follow. It is a path, but again, this whole area, some say just out of superstition, but some say for good reason, it just kind of fell out of wide use, and nobody has had the gall to, or the bravery or means to resettle the area.
Alice, do you see any tracks?
I don't know, do I? Probably not. That's like a 9.
It's a bit tough. The road is packed dirt, so any kind of wind or anything like that would make over a few days would make it hard to track anything.
What he said.
So you continue on the road for a few hours, and the forest has gotten a little thicker, completely unmaintained. In this area, you're starting to hear fewer of the insects, which was all you would hear before. The birds are still missing and whatnot, but the wildlife is getting even more sparse. As you're continuing on the path, there's a particularly large tree adjacent to the woods, adjacent to the path right there, as you can see, and then almost morphing out of the tree itself is a wooden female humanoid who's suddenly barring your path.
Ooh. I can talk to her.
It's like, and she just kind of looks at you with her head's kind of moving in a somewhat kind of jerky fashion as she just seems to take you all in.
Oh, is it? Her movements are real wooden?
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
We have fun. So I will address her in Sylvan, and just be like, greetings, madam.
What does this sound like? What does Sylvan sound like?
Like the breath of air through the trees.
That's what I was thinking.
So I sort of think of it as something like, like Welsh or Gaelic or something, something like that.
Well, she addresses you in comment.
And says, that's racist. How dare you assume that?
Did you just assume my species?
Greetings, forest friend. What is your business here in this part of the wood?
We are in, I guess I'll switch to common. We are in pursuit of a group of bandits or kidnappers or ne'er-do-wells of some variety who have stolen the daughter of a local dignitary, and we are attempting to recover her.
Well, I do not understand the politics of.
Thank goodness someone else doesn't.
Please pay them no mind.
Someone had to say it.
There have been many humanoids coming and going through my section of the forest as of late.
The ones we seek would be wearing red armbands.
I did see a group of those earlier. They came after another group.
Another group.
Yes, they're the one. They were cowled. Was it cowled? They had the cloaks over their heads. Is that?
Cultists.
And they were dragging a woman with her. They have nasty wards against my kind. Though I believe they are. I know who they're working for, though. There's a
Interesting.
There's a witch that lives in the swamp, and she has been here, and she has befouled the area that she lives in. I am the only remainder of my kind in this whole section of the forest.
Well, that is unacceptable.
Tell me about this swamp witch.
The Moorn Shade Swamp. If you follow the path to the south, and then when it breaks off to the east, you'll find her lair at the end. And yes, she is most certainly the one who caused this, as she has befouled the forest as well.
And it's her servants that were carrying off the woman?
I would have to assume so. I don't really.
And yet they were being followed by the other group of humans.
I don't garner to understand the reasoning behind what humanoids do. As much of it is strange, but I would assume so.
Did they bumble it and they lose her to the other group?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I think there's layers. I got some
yeah.
theories percolating up in here. But
Well, you remember that other red arm? He came.
yeah,
he
and
cared.
he's real sweet on Elizabeth. Like,
So if you were to remove the witch, I'd be most grateful. And then the swamp was there before, but now it has become a vile area. And then the creatures that did live there upon a time became twisted and evil.
Well, this absolutely cannot stand. Elizabeth or no, this is unacceptable.
Absolutely. I think it's in line with our goals as well.
Our purposes match. We will do what we can to assist you.
She just leans forward and this is really quiet, and that is acceptable. Thank you. And then she kind of just leans back and she kind of just melds back into the tree.
bye, tree lady.
That was really exciting. I've never seen one in person.
Stroke of good luck.
You're pretty sure that was a dryad.
We want to take a quick break to thank our sponsors and made all this possible. Masters of the Box has been brought to you by the Green Dragon Public House. It's a Lord of the Rings themed British-style pub in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They've been there for 4 years. It's a very family-friendly establishment with a kids' play area, great food. They brew their own English-style beers and California-style IPAs, and you can find them on Facebook at the Green Dragon Pub and Brewery. And now, here's Heather.
Special thank you to law offices of Sean Lewis. They cover auto accident, citizenship and immigration, global boutique law firm solely dedicated to private practice of immigration and nationality law. They have offices in Nashville, Memphis, Chattanooga, Knoxville. You can find them on Facebook at Music City Visa and their website, immigrationnewsnetwork.com. Aaron?
Masters of the Box is sponsored by Forged Foam. They're a small business based out of Central Illinois. They have handmade LARP gear coated and painted entirely with synthetic rubber, making them latex-free, incredibly durable, and easy to maintain or update. In addition to their line of in-stock products, they offer custom weapons for folks who have a niche cosplay or LARP character they need to equip. You can find them on their website at www.forgedfoam.com or on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Forged Foam.
Dizzy Pixie Crafts Online Etsy shop. Their goal is to provide you a beautiful wand, and their wands are ready to swish and flick. All wands are handmade. Dizzy Pixie Crafts makes any kind of wand, from very simple designs to very ornate wands, incorporating stone, natural items, and scent. Dizzy Pixie Crafts loves to make unusual wands that you don't typically see on craft sites. Visit them on Etsy.
Stroke of good luck.
You're pretty sure that was a dryad.
I mean, like, she did give us more shit to do. Like,
I'm pretty sure I spelled that out for you too.
I don't know if I'd say good luck and just like, now we've got a whole
We were going
honey-do
to have
list.
to deal with her anyway.
We
Just
were
now
going
we
anyway,
know.
yes.
I
Right,
mean, are
now
you
we know
sure
what we're
that
up
the
against.
tree lady knows, like, if she was like, look, here's an herbal tea that will get rid of your cough, like, I would definitely 100% go to this tree girl and be like, yes, you know, perfect. But rebel groups, cultists, interpersonal relationships, maybe she's not the best reference for that kind of stuff.
She gave us directions. That's all you need to worry about.
All right.
She gave us directions to more people to hit.
Can I glance at you and we just start walking on?
Sounds
oh
good.
My gosh.
I'm already up.
Oh, Jen.
Okay. As you continue on, it is not another, say, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours, and you start hearing moaning coming from the forest.
Oh, what kind of moaning?
Real sexy moaning.
It's hard. At first, it's indescript, and then after a while, it definitely sounds pained.
I see.
It's probably charcoal.
I'll do whatever group signal we have for people to stop moving.
It's the bird. That's mine. I can't make that decision for anyone.
Okay, yeah, so we'll
Off
stop
to the left side of the road.
Off to the left side of the road. Do I have any sense of like how far away it is?
If you can hear it, it's got to be within a couple hundred yards of the road.
Okay.
Given how much the trees will muffle the sound.
100 yards, that's a loud moan.
Do you, well, I have elf ears, so. I'll lean over to Aoife, who has sort of elf ears. Do you hear that?
Now that you're listening for it, yeah. Most of you actually can start picking up on it, yeah.
Do you want to go check it out?
I think we should.
Okay. Do you want us to hang back first? You go scout ahead?
I'll scout ahead. You hang back a little bit and then follow me.
Okay.
So, stealth. 18.
Okay. He vanishes into the woods.
Yeah, I'm giving him
God,
like
I
a 10
fucking
count.
hate it when he does that. It's so creepy.
It's
You just hear me
impressive.
laughing.
Rather admirable.
Like, fucking elves.
All right. So, yes. So he vanished, and honestly, it's a lot closer than you thought. The reason you can barely hear it because there is a young humanoid male laying on the ground, just he has several wounds. He looks sickly, and he's just laying there moaning. He's obviously on death's door, and he's wearing a bright red armband. That is
Do we
also
recognize him, or do I recognize him at all?
not really.
Okay, so he wasn't with the group earlier or
No.
anything like that. Well, okay. I will walk up to him carefully, and I will cast Cure Wounds. And
The wounds close. He stops bleeding. He doesn't seem much better though. He still looks sickly, and as you look now, there's his veins are black.
okay. So seeing that,
He seems, his eyes seem to focus, and he looks at you. He's like, thank
what happened?
you. We didn't take her. It wasn't us. It wasn't us.
Who took her? Who took her? Let's get this out of the way.
Oh, did you just blaze on the head?
And
Oh,
as he
sorry.
looks at you, he seems surprised, and his eyes start blinking rapidly, and he starts rolling back into his head. He starts seizing.
Okay, so it seems like he's poisoned.
That would be a pretty good guess.
Then I will cast Protection from Poison to neutralize it.
Okay, and the seizing stops, but he seems to fall unconscious.
Well, that's fine. I guess.
You could make a medicine check to see what's wrong with him.
Yeah, I'll do that. I assume Orsinius will be along shortly to.
Right, we all thought Black Door just run ahead. So we're
Sorry,
like, oh.
I did not have very good spatial awareness.
I assumed you tromped in there after him, like, hey!
I mean, like, he's a
Oh, natural 20.
Which is the result of
he pops up and he's
20?
fine.
Yeah, no, natural 20.
natural 20.
Result of 23 total.
he is under the effects of extreme poisoning that has pretty much sapped his constitution. He's, a few minutes and he'd been beyond even anybody's help. So his constitution is essentially like almost zero.
Yeah, okay. Guy's probably gonna die unless we give him some magic that we probably don't have.
Correct.
Okay, but, okay.
Like,
Well, he,
Or you carry him back all the way back to town.
yeah,
oh,
no.
that's not working.
We can't do that.
No,
So
I'm sorry.
we can try to prop him up somewhere, and maybe he'll be okay. He'll be fine.
So you lean him up against a tree, pat him on the head, and
Yeah.
But he's totally unconscious. He's
oh
not
yeah,
answering. Aw.
he's shivering. He looks like he's on.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real far gone.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's a good thing I burned 2 spell slots on him.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my own medical examination
Okay.
on him.
Second opinion.
It's a 25. Using that, would a lesser restoration help him, or would it be insufficient to this level of poisoning?
You would need the next level up from that.
Yeah, I don't have anything on hand for that.
Which also implies that there's no bite marks, there's stab wounds on him, but
Uh-oh.
So not a spider, but some kind of.
I mean,
But
can
as
we
we
make
know,
some
they
sort
can
of
put
check
spider
to
venom
like
on their
know
daggers.
what
We've
kind
seen
of
'em do
poison
that.
that is? Like,
The problem is, once it's in the body, it's just kind of.
it's hard to get a
reacts the same
sample
way.
out.
well, no, stab wounds. Block door's concerned about this area. I don't want that in me. Like, can I figure out what that is because I don't want to get stabbed?
Well,
Just don't get
it's an
stabbed by
injury
door.
poison by the looks of it.
Yeah, just some kind of.
So
bad poison.
don't trust people with icky-looking weapons.
Just don't get stabbed in general.
All right, good plan.
Words to live by.
Solid plan. I like it.
He
I
told
like
us
it.
information. He's gone. Let's not waste any more resources. I'm sorry, but
Ooh, resources. Very clinical. Okay.
She's right though.
You continue on your way. It's going through, again, the going is still not that difficult,